Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about my favourite things about each of the classes in Guild Wars 2. So without further ado, roll the video! First up is the Elementalist. Now my favourite thing about the Elementalist are their attunements. Attunements are the Elementalist's version of weapon sets. Unlike the other classes in Guild Wars 2, when in combat the Elementalist cannot switch their currently equipped weapons, but they can cycle through the elements of fire, water, earth and air. So they still have a wide array of skills at their disposal, and this makes the Elementalist really versatile. Not only that, but when switching attunements, the Elementalist gains boons, and depending on the element, they can also deal damage to enemies standing in the area. Next up is the Warrior. Now, my favourite thing about the Warrior are their burst skills. As warriors fight, they gain Adrenaline, which fills up a bar in 3 stages. As this bar fills, a new skill becomes active, and depending on the stage of your Adrenaline, this skill will work in a different way. For example, it might do higher damage or extend the condition that it applies. Burst skills add a new layer of thinking to warrior combat. Use your burst skill now, or use it later when it's more powerful. Now my favourite thing about the ranger are their pets, and a really good example to give of how good the ranger's pets are is when a ranger's downed, they can call on their pets to come and rally them. I can see this being useful in all aspects of the game, in PvE and in PvP. Imagine in a particularly difficult PvE encounter, the ranger gets downed. No need to stop fighting to rally them, just let the pet do it, it's as simple as that. My favourite thing about the Necromancer is Death Shroud. Death Shroud is a form-like ability that the Necromancers get. As they fight they gain life force. The more life force, the longer Death Shroud lasts. I love this mechanic a lot. Not only does it look cool, but it increases the Necromancer's survivability a huge amount. With Death Shroud you basically have another health bar and 5 new skills. Now for the Guardian, my favourite thing are wards. Wards don't reflect projectiles. Wards block enemies from passing a certain point. This is so useful and also really cool. It adds another layer to defensive abilities. Imagine in PvP, you trying to reach a capture point first, but the other team are in front of you. Throw down a ward and sail past while they have to wait for it to dissipate. Now for the Thief. Now what I really love about this class are dual skills. Dual skills are a completely unique mechanic to the Thief. Your dual skill is your number 3 slot. This skill depends on what you're holding in your main hand and your offhand. A thief dual-wielding swords will have a different dual skill to a thief main-handing a sword and off-handing a pistol. It makes you think a lot harder about what weapons you're going to use. Next up is the Engineer. Now my favourite thing about the Engineer are weapon kits. Weapon kits mean the Engineer is not completely tied to their currently equipped weapon sets. Weapon kits are utility skills which change the Engineer's first 5 abilities. An example of a weapon kit is the Flamethrower. I mean, who wouldn't want to bring out a flamethrower whenever they wanted? Last but not least, it's the Mesmer. Now it was really difficult picking my favourite thing about this class, but it's definitely Phantasms. Phantasms are how Hexes made it back into Guild Wars 2. Phantasms have different and interesting effects. For example, the Backfire Phantasm, which deals damage to its target every time it casts a skill. Or one of my personal favourites, the Duelist, which uses an ability similar to the Unload ability. Phantasms are unique and versatile, and I'm really looking forward to using them in Guild Wars 2. Now that's all from this video, but I hope you enjoyed my favourite things about each of the classes in Guild Wars 2. Make sure you leave a comment with your favourite thing about your favourite class. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.